It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And away we go from Wisconsin. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. 3rd down, here's Williams. Cut out left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st down, here's Swift. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Staying grounded with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go.
He'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Lloyd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He's got the 1st down grab and still going. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Handoff here to Lloyd. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Watson, quick pass wide. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Love on 3rd and short. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast. 4th down, here's Love. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Lloyd can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Love. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. 2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devon Fuller bringing that play to an end. Throw on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Got Everett, and it's complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense in the hurry up here. It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Williams on the play action. He's on the move. On the move, looking deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Williams thrown again here on second down. Chased out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Hey, I can think of an older football video game title where 30 yards to go was the default and easily attainable by an offense. Well, this is not that title. And this is borderline impossible. In fact, I can hear a coordinator saying in the ear to the QB, hey, this call, it's on you. Good luck.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Packers will take over possession. Tight end in motion left. Thrown on first down, Love. He'll dump this one off to his running back. Caught off a tackle, but he lost the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Putting the tight end in motion. On first and 10, here's Love. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Love from the gun. He's going deep. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Packers send out their punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. He breaks a tackle. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. He manages 13 on this punt return. And it's going to be Bears football. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running with Swift out of the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Going to run again with Swift. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, not for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. On the give, it's Lloyd. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Packers.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Breaks through, and he might break away. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
First down throw. Here's Love. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Able to find Lloyd here. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here from the frozen tundra. The Packers hoping to grow their lead before halftime. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Love out of the shotgun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Second and 10. Love trying again. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
This one taken in by Kraft. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Let's go now.
Loves to throw again. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here. Love throwing on fourth. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number one. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Here's Love to throw. He gets this one to Lloyd. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Got to figure out this third down here. Shotgun now for Love. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Punting unit out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Now Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Running behind center with Swift. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Quay Walker. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Williams to throw on third. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one's marked as a 38-yard punt. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blitz coming, Love. Buys time, rolling right. That's into the hands of Downs. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Here's second and 2. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Down to the 10, and it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers take a 20-zip lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers, they seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
Takes the handoff, now Love. This is hauled in by Lloyd. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. From the red zone now. Watson with the catch. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They pitch it out to him here. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. This one intended for the running back. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Lloyd will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing, Love. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 1st down, Williams. On the move, headed right. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They run once more with Lloyd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Complete on the slant to Watson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The kick by Folk is good. And 3 points brings an end to 3 quarters. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They run with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Williams from the gun. He has the 1st over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 46. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And they pick him off again. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Trying the inside handoff to Lloyd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Fits it through the middle. It's inside the 10. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers continue piling it on here in the 4th. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. The Packers take their 1st time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense. The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Moore's got it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that's separation.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a give to Swift. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Third down. Here's Williams. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Fourth and forever coming up. Williams on the play action. Buying some time right. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So this is a Packers win. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the regular season as they start looking ahead to their wild card contest next week.